Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This is the Eminence Finance community here, and I'm back again with another video. And for the first time this year, and the first time on this channel, I am doing NBA basketball picks. And before I get started on talking about why I believe these two matchups are going to go the way they go, I am going to tell you guys, let you guys know that I made a Facebook fan page called the Eminent Sportsbook. I'm going to be posting up a lot of sports picks on that channel. On that fan page. I'm going to be posting sports from NBA, MLB, NFL, hockey, and then some. I'm taking this to a grand scale. I'm going to be giving you guys some good picks on there, and I'm gonna leave some information on that page if you guys want to have if you guys want to know my premium picks. I'm gonna leave my email on that page, and you guys can talk to me via email or messenger, whatever. But anyways, first matchup that you see on the screen here is the New York Knicks versus the Orlando Magic. Now, the New York Knicks are coming off a 2-game losing streak, and they lost two tough games that could have went either way. They actually should have won that game against Philadelphia. They choked in the fourth quarter because they just forgot how to score the basketball. They had a control over the game in the first 3 quarters, but then it just fell apart. But Orlando, they're a bad team. I believe they're 13 and 26 on the season. They're not a very good team. They're on an 8-game losing streak, and I expect the Knicks to put them out of their misery relatively late in this game. I believe it will be a competitive game throughout because the Knicks are known to be competitive, especially against bad teams, and give you a scare here and there. But you know, the Knicks are the better team, and they're the more hungry team because they're fighting for a playoff spot. So I expect them to find a way to win this game and get back on track in the win column. I don't have enough guts to pick the Knicks to cover the spread. It's a 6.5 point spread. Don't have enough guts to pick the Knicks to cover that spread because they're not a relatively consistent team like that. They're only 20 and 21 on the year, so they're just around an average 500 team. They're not consistent. They don't often blow out bad teams when you expect them to blow them out. They usually struggle with bad teams. Sometimes they even lose to these bad teams. But I believe they're going to get the job done at home against the Orlando Magic and make the Magic go on a 9-game losing streak. And that's what I think is going to happen. Because, again, Orlando's a bad team. They're not playing for anything. And they have a lot of injuries on top of all of that. So that's that for that matchup. The second matchup is the Portland Trailblazers versus the New Orleans Pelicans, and I have this game going under 240 and a half points. And yes, I know the game the other day actually went over 240, but I don't see that happening again. It's still going to probably be a high scoring game because these two teams don't play any defense and they score a lot of points, but I don't think they're going to reach 240 points again. I think it's going to be slightly under that point total, unless it goes to overtime, which is very possible because throughout history, Pelicans games goes overtime at a very high percentage. So I would say a good hedge for that would if you're doing any kind of live betting, a good hedge would be to bet yes on the overtime, or bet the Pelicans to cover the spread because they usually play very close games. So that's a good hedge for that game. But I feel very confident that this game is going to go under this total because that's just a lot of points. That's too much points, man. 240 and a half points. Yeah, I know they're capable of going over that number, but in back-to-back games, nah, I don't see that happening. I think it's gonna be slightly lower scoring than the first time they played each other. And that's what I have to say about that matchup, and that's all I have for you guys today. Again, I have a Facebook page that I created about a week ago called the Eminent Sportsbook. I'm gonna leave the link in the description and in the comment section of that page. So make sure that you guys follow that page, and also make sure that you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that notification bell to get updates on my next videos. And that being said, hope everyone has a wonderful morning, or I'd like to say rising, because we're not mourning for anything. We're rising. We're kings and queens in this world. We're rising. So yeah, I hope everyone has a great rising, a grand rising, and a wonderful day. And again, you know, follow my Facebook fan page, Eminent Sportsbook. I will leave the link in the description. And I would appreciate if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel and click that notification bell to see some future updates. So yeah, peace out and be safe and have a grand rising.